Hi there, it's Carol, and as promised, I'm going to share with you a workout that you can do very easily in your home with nothing but a yoga mat, or if you're on carpet, that works as well, a stability ball, and some optional hand weights. The great thing about it is this is a workout that works for any age. I happen to be 56, as most of you may know, and for me it's one of those things you can make as easy or as difficult as you like, and I'll kind of walk through that as we go along. It'll depend on how many repetitions you do of an exercise and also how many sets that you do of an exercise, and we'll go through that pretty briefly. I'm going to share with you 9 exercises that work most of your major muscles, basically from head to toe. We'll go through those. And just so you know, a stability ball, I just got this one at Walmart for $8.97. It actually shares with you what size to get based on your height, and it also has a pump in it. So that's how inexpensive this workout can be, $8.97. So it doesn't get much better than that. So in our exercises, I'm going to start with just the importance of a warm-up. And I've already warmed up, but a warm-up is really just where you're stretching your muscles. You want to make sure that you work all the aspects, your shoulders, you want to make sure that you warm up your whole body, just because that will help prevent the chances of injury. And as a disclaimer, we always want you to check with your doctor, especially if you have some different ailments. I actually currently have a tear in my meniscus, so I'm always very careful of my knee. I also have arthritis in my hip, but I don't let that stop me because I want to make sure that I am strong and fit and I am feeling my best. So just make sure that you verify that with your doctor if for any exercise routine that you are going to be using. So let's get to it. The first thing that I want to talk about or show you is an exercise that will work a number of different muscles, and that's called a wall squat with or without a bicep curl. So for me, this is the only one we're going to be doing on the wall, and I'm going to have some weights here. Whenever you're lifting up weights, you do want to make sure that you're using proper body form. You're not leaning over and lifting them up. You want to make sure that you have your back straight and you're bending your knees and you're lifting them up this way so that you're not tweaking your lower back. And then I'm going to be using a stability ball, and I'm just going to run it up the wall. And the great thing about the stability ball, especially if you have low back issues, is it feels really, really good. I'm going to move this mat so I don't end up slipping and hurting myself. But for this exercise, you want to have your feet about shoulder distance apart, and you want to make sure your feet are out far enough so that when you get into a squat, you have a perfect 90-degree angle in your knee, because you don't want to have your knees out too far or back too far, because that's how we end up tweaking our knees and causing some injuries. So I'm just going to have my arms resting here at my side. I'm kind of midway up here, and what I'm going to do is go down into a squat. And when I go into a squat, I'm going to do a bicep curl. So this is a bicep curl, and here's my squat. I go down, and now that time I didn't add my arms. This time I'll show you how to add your arms. You either have them down here or midway if you want to continuously have some resistance on your muscle, but you're just going to go on down. And we like to do repetitions somewhere between 10 and 12. And you can do this a few ways. Some people will do just 10 to 12 reps. Some people will set their clock and do it for 60 seconds. And this way, we're actually working a lot of muscles. Your legs are your biggest muscle group in your body. And when you're using weights, the great thing about it is that you actually continue to burn calories even after your workout's over. So that's my first exercise. And that actually feels really good on my lower back. I didn't feel any twinges there. It worked out really well. And then I could either continue that for like a minute, but most commonly people will do about 10 to 12 reps, and they'll either pause then for about 20 seconds and do another set, or they will go on through the whole workout, all 9 exercises, and then pause and do the whole thing over again. So it's your call, depending on how you feel. So that's our first exercise. Check, done. The next one is really a great one for your abdomen especially. This is actually called a kneeling rollout. And so what we want to do here is just have the ball here, and we put our arms in somewhat of a V. We're going to lean a little bit forward, and you want to make sure that you have a nice line on your back. And we're going to work our abs by holding our abs in, which also strengthens our back, believe it or not, because your abdomen helps to prevent back pain. So we're going to go ahead and roll out, roll in. Well, there I noticed that my arms probably need to be back a little bit more. So we're going to roll out, roll back in. Make sure you're breathing through every exercise. And for this one especially, make sure that you kind of hold your buttocks together and hold your core really tight, keeping your back straight. We don't want to hunch up our shoulders. We want to make sure that we are working our ab and also our buttock area. And I can actually feel it in my arms as well. So once again, you do your reps and then you do your sets, either pausing, continuing with your sets, or run through all 9 exercises and then start from the beginning. So that's exercise number 2. So we've worked our arms, our ab, our high knee a little bit, our thighs, our quadriceps, and it feels really good so far. The next exercise is actually crunches. Abs, you know how we women are. We always like to work our abs. And I love doing crunches on the ball because it protects my lower back. And I work out a lot in the morning. So in the morning, I'm a little stiff. And that helps to make this feel even that much better. So I'll go on down. You want to support your head and your neck. You don't want to lace your fingers, just put them behind. I kind of put my thumbs behind my ears and then have my fingers here loosely. You're going to put the ball in the small of your back. And your legs are once again about hip distance apart. And you want to do your crunch. You don't want to go like this. You want to make sure that you're lifting up. Keep your eyes on the ceiling. And do your reps. And this feels so good on your back. In fact, when you're done, after your workout, it really feels good to stretch your back on the ball, to tell you the truth. Make sure that you keep your elbows back so you can't see them. You don't want to be going like this. And you want to make sure that you're lifting up this way versus crunching forward. So that's your ab workout there. The next one is actually so great. This is a hamstring pull. And what I like about this one is you can feel it quite a bit in your hamstring. That's this muscle back here. And your hamstring is actually what helps form that firm booty that we're all looking for. So we'll lay on your back. And you're going to put your feet just on the ball. And what we're going to end up doing, I'll show you, is you're going to bring the ball in so that your feet end up lying flat. But at the same time, we're lifting up our high knee, holding our buttocks in tight, and then you pull it in, and you bring it out. And you bring it out. You can really, really feel this in your hamstrings, the back of your leg. And you also want to be holding your abdomen in tight, working to make sure you have your hips high. So you're working your core at the same time. You're working your buttocks, and you're also working your hamstring. One of my favorite ones. So that's the ball V, that's actually the hamstring pull. The next one while I'm down here is a super one for your abdomen. Has a couple modifications if you need. And this is called the ball V-pass. So you can do this a few different ways. You can actually do it without even using the ball. You can bend your knees as the next one, or the most advanced, I'll do the bent knee first. So you put your arms up high. Oh, it feels good on your back here too. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you keep the small of your back low and down, touching the ground. And you want to then pass the ball and then release it. You don't put your feet on the floor or your hands, you're just passing. So you actually have a contraction the entire time. You're gonna have to balance how far your legs will go down, depending on how low you can go with keeping the small of your back on the ground. So now the more advanced is to keep your legs straight. And like I say, you can do the same exercise with no ball. That would be a lower lift. But this is really great for your abs. All right, so that is our ball V pass, and the next one that we're gonna do is a reverse fly. This one's pretty cool because it's gonna work your arms. So far, we've worked a lot of our body, the legs, abdomen, buttocks, and we're gonna work a little bit of our arms now. So for this one, it's actually the reverse fly. So we're gonna be on our ball here. And you wanna make sure that you have your arms so that your legs are stabilizing you like this. And you wanna then take your arms and just go back and like you're pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades. The great thing about this is it also works a bit on your balance, which at any age, and especially over 50, is really important. We want to have strong muscles, and we want to make sure that we have balance so that we're not falling. But this is working your arms and your shoulder blade area there, that area there. So there we go, that is the reverse fly. And the next one, you can actually do on the ball pretty efficiently for our muscles as well in our arms, is a push-up. So for a push-up, you can do this a few different ways. The key is to have your hands about shoulder width apart. Let me just make sure you can see here. You want your hands about shoulder width apart. And the key is you can do this with your body in a variety of different positions, but you want to make sure you're doing your push-up. This is one way to do it. And the key is you don't want to be going like this. You want to make sure that your body's straight. You want to make sure that you're going down and using your arms. You can actually make it a little bit harder if your feet are on the ball and you're doing your push-up. So I can show you how that looks. I don't want to go too far out here. Once again. And you do your reps, 10 to 12. If that's too much, then you just cut back. And you can actually do that all the way until your feet are on the end of the ball. All right, so that's our push-up. So that was exercise number 7. Our next one is tricep extensions. This is pretty cool because it actually works our balance as well as our arms. And you can do this with or without weights. I have 5 pounds, you can go higher than that. So once again, a 90-degree angle. You're sitting on your ball. You want your arms to be going straight up. Your arms are near your ears, and the key is to keep it there. And then do your tricep extension. What you don't want to do is have your arms start to creep forward or start to creep out. Keep them close to your ears. And do your tricep extensions. You're also holding your belly in tight. So while you're holding your belly in, you're working your abs. You're keeping some balance here. So it works a lot of different muscles all at the same time. So that was actually exercise number 8. And the 9th one I mentioned to you, at our age, balance is so important. So for balance, you can practice it I'll show you, make sure you have a wall nearby or a chair. But what you want to do is just have great posture. Put your foot up on the ball there. Balance. You can get trickier if you want, but this actually works for your balance very, very well. So you want to stay on this one leg for about 60 seconds and then pause and switch to the other one. What you'll find over time is that you become quite strong with much better balance, which is really great to help prevent our falls. Good posture. Holding your belly in so you're working your abs. And then just Something else that helps is to look at something on the wall or on the ground, and it helps to keep you balanced. And then at the end, we want to make sure that we cool down. And you can do that just by stretching your various muscles and just making sure that you're getting a stretch in, and then making sure that you have water in your pot so that you can hydrate. So that's your workout. That's 9 exercises. So what do? We warmed up quickly, and then we did our wall squats with or without a bicep curl. Then we did our kneeling rollout, our crunches, our hamstring pull, our ball V pass, our reverse fly, our push-up, our tricep extension, our balance, and then a cool down. So doing all that, like I say, you can make it as short of a period of workout or as long as you want and get a good workout in. So that's some of the quick and easy exercises you can do on your ball. I hope that's helpful for you. If you have questions, post them below, we'll answer. And in the meantime, I hope you have an amazing day. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and take care of yourself. Bye.